Hey everybody, Matt here for AVC and welcome back to the shop. Today we got a product comparison video for you. We're looking at rear tire and ladder combos. Let's jump in. So you might be wondering to yourself, Matt, why would I want to put a spare tire carrier on the back of my van? Well, as these vans become more and more off-road oriented, as we put lift kits and larger tires, it's really important to have a safe place to put that full-size spare. Because both of these vans are all-wheel drive vans, we have to have a full-size spare tire for it. We can no longer use the stock size spare that fit underneath the van. So Ford designs these vans to fit that spare tire underneath the back of the vehicle, but as we upgrade the tire size, we have to find a new location to safely store this item. The answer to this problem is the rear tire carrier and ladder combo. The rear tire carrier gets our spare tire out from under the van and up on the back of the vehicle, so we can afford lots of different sizes of tire on the back of our van. It also gets it up and out of the dirt. So if we do get stuck in something deep, we don't have to unbury the back of our vehicle just to get to that spare tire. So it's much easier to access. Of course, it adds style points to the back of our van, so that's always a bonus. So by combining our rear tire carrier and our ladder into one product, we get to save a little bit of money and we get more bang for the buck. So whenever we can combine two items in a van, that's always a huge advantage because it's less stuff to put on our vehicle. By having a ladder at the back of our vehicle, it allows us easy access to the roof so we can get to all of the cool fun toys that we want to put on our roof without having to add another product like a side ladder or a collapsible ladder like I'm using on my van. We don't have the passenger side accessory option from Rover today. They do offer it, but we're not talking about those. Let's focus on tire and ladder. So here we have the Aluminess rear tire carrier and ladder combo. It's an all aluminum construction, so it's super lightweight. We don't have to worry about any corrosion, anything like that from life on the road. It also mounts up to the factory hinges. So all we have to do is loosen up some hardware on the inside of the door and sandwich these plates in between and bolt everything back up. I didn't have to drill a hole in the door, nothing like that at all. Everything just bolted up super easy. It also works with the 270-degree hinge that we have on this van, but if you have the 180-degree hinges, not to worry, it works with either hinge that's out there. So on this carrier, we have a 245/75/16, and that's on the stock wheel. We pulled that stock wheel from out underneath the van and it's silver. So kind of a bummer, so we'll have to paint that guy up to make it look nice and cool. But for the purposes of this video, it works just fine. Comes with this big centering lug, so no matter what kind of aftermarket tire you have, it's gonna mount up there. And inside this little cap, which is tough on my thumbnail, is a nice big hex key in there, and it comes with all the tools you need to mount it up. So it's pretty safe. To your average thief, they're not gonna know exactly what's inside there, but it does not come with a lock to keep this wheel in place. Also, along the outside edge here, we have these bolt-on ladder rungs. So I've seen these in the trucking industry before, these little fold-down steps. So they're pretty common throughout the industry. They are a nice option because you don't have to put them on if you don't want them. So if you want something just really sleek looking, or if you're not really worried about getting on the roof of your van because you don't need it at that time, you can leave them off and have a little bit cleaner look. So down here underneath the tire, we have these tire support brackets, and I really like these because they're adjustable. So if we have a much larger tire, we can open these up and kind of adjust that height of that tire and where it sits on this carrier. To go along with those adjustable lower tire supports, we have this centering hub here, and this is also adjustable. So if you have really big tires, this is gonna move up and down to accommodate centering on that tire. A big Delrin plug, it looks like here, or some kind of a plastic, centers that point on the rim. We're not gonna have any kind of damage because it is a nice soft plastic. And then a huge bolt on the inside of this tightens everything down to keep it from rattling. The combo we have today is set up for a high or medium roof. So it's a one size fits both kind of setup. If you have a low roof van, they do offer a low roof solution as well. So no matter what transit you have, they got a solution for you. That sums up the Aluminess tire carrier. Let's take a look at what Rover Vans has. The Rover Vans rear tire carrier and ladder combo is built of aluminum, so we also don't have to worry about corrosion, anything like that, living on the back of the van here. It mounts to the Ford factory brackets, so no need to drill on this door at all. All we have to do is loosen up everything and bolt it right in place. Nice big heavy duty brackets. Peter and the rest of the team over there at Rover Vans are super proud of the fact that this product is made in Poland. The tire supports on this rear carrier are a direct bolt-on to the lower section of frame. Here at the side of the ladder, these extra supports here are a direct bolt-on and help you get up to the ladder section at the top. Here at the back of the tire carrier, it comes with a couple of different cones to center this product up on whatever wheel you have. Also at the back with these big arms on this centering point, no need for tools to get the tire on and off. Up here at the ladder, we have a one size option, which is going to fit your high or medium roof van. So that's the Aluminess and the Rover Vans rear tire carrier and ladder combo. Although they perform a lot of the same kind of functions similarly, let's take a look at some of the differences and hear my thoughts. Both of these use a centering plug here to center your wheel on a piece of threaded material in the middle. The Aluminess covers their hardware here with a little plastic cap, so you don't know that hardware is in there unless you're, a van person. So you will need your special tools to get to that. The Rover one has that all thread sticking out here, so you know, like, you just loosen this thing up to get in there. But the reality is neither of them lock, so you're gonna need a separate lock to make sure your tire is secure on the back of your van. Both of the systems use a tire support bracket on the bottom of the van, and I actually like the way that Rover Vans does theirs. This one is in a single position, so there's no adjustability to these lower lugs, but it actually made assembly a lot easier. So it's just a through bolt on the back, and there's no adjustment. No matter what tire size you have, there's a lot of adjustment built into the centering hub, so it's gonna center up there nice and easy. Now the Aluminess, these bolt onto the carrier here, so you can separate them, which does give you more adjustability for this tire. So if I want to drop the weight lower, I can do that, which is really nice. And you might get a little bit of extra room because you can move these in or out to support whatever you need to. But ultimately, getting these things nice and tight was a little bit more of a pain compared to the Rover. So the helper rungs on the side of the Aluminess ladder are really great that they bolt on. So I have a little bit more adjustability. If I only want to add 2, I can add 2. If I want 3, obviously I can add 3. And if I wanted to alternate them and like move them out a little bit to have a little bit of variance between my left foot, right foot, then I could definitely do that, and that assistance is available right here. They are a little bit chunkier, so they're not as sleek looking in my opinion. And if you're really looking for style points, that might be one that Rover does better. So the simple rungs on the side of the Rover here are really clean looking, and I really love them. I like that it's just a single bolt, so there's no adjustability to it, which makes setup easy. But for some of you, that can be a downside because there's no adjustability. So if I wanted a third rung here, that's not an option. If I wanted like a left foot, right foot kind of a thing, that's not an option either. You know, ultimately it's up to you. I think they both do the functionality just right. And I've never had trouble getting up either of these ladders. The main visual difference on both of these products is going to be the ladder. The Aluminess ladder is a little bit narrower, so I'm not really gonna be able to get one foot right next to the other if I'm getting up and down this ladder. It's more of a single foot per rung situation, whereas the Rover is a little bit wider, so I can comfortably get 2 feet on this rung at a time. The top of the Aluminess ladder is squared off, and the tubing terminates up, so it actually captures my foot in that top rung and helps me center my foot as I'm coming down off the roof rack. I really like that functionality of that. The Rover van being rounded here at the top, it's a little unsettling as I put my foot on that top rung when I'm backing down off that ladder. I think being a little bit shorter adds to that because, you know, I'm kind of guessing when I'm putting my foot down there. But once I'm used to them, either one worked just fine. So that's it for the Aluminess and Rover Vans rear tire carrier and ladder combo. Although both of these products perform their functions well, there's definitely some minor differences, and I hope this video helped you see some of those differences and details, and it's gonna help you make a good decision. If this video helped you make a decision for your van, please let us know which one and why in the comments below. Although we bought both these products and installed them ourselves, I want to say a big thanks to Grant at Aluminess and Peter at Rover Vans for helping us make this video possible. If you liked either of these products and are interested in purchasing one, you can check out that link in the description below. If there's a rear tire carrier that we missed, please let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.